So you said you wanted to ask Diana for help?
I'm waiting for her to be alone because I need to talk to her alone.
That probably wouldn't be for a while, but you can probably just like grab her and be like, "Hey, Diana, I need your help."
Yeah, if you call
with the
her
thing.
over, she'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, so she just kind of like, kind of slinks downstairs, and then she's all like, hey, like, and she just kind of like motions to her.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever my token, because I fucking lost it in the goddamn abyss.
It vanished. You sent
Thank you.
It
found it.
Was sent to the Shadow Realm.
But yeah, she just kind of motions to Diana real quick. Probably somewhere like where they can have some where they can talk alone.
Yeah, okay, Diana goes.
Alrighty.
Where's a good place where we can talk alone?
Well, you have like your room, I guess.
I mean, everyone's kind of distracted, to be honest. It's like it'll probably be like
everyone's kind of hanging out there.
Yeah.
Weird.
Enthusing over the pregnant woman.
Oh god.
It's just but
yeah, we could just go upstairs or something.
Okay.
All right. So you guys go upstairs.
What's up?
Like Faye just like so she's like really kind of like a little flustery right now, and she's all like, "Can I ask you a favor?"
What kind of favor?
It's nothing really. It's just that I need you to drop something off for me because I need to run over to the to the Rangers Guild, and I need to check a few things, and I'm unable to do this myself and everything like that. And she's like really kind of, yeah.
Is she actually busy?
It's a half truth. She really is gonna run to the guild after this, but she could probably do this herself.
Find the time to do it. Yeah.
She's just telling a half truth. But
Diana Squid's like, go on.
So Faye kind of hands her this package, and she's like, "Can you drop this off at the bakery?" Yeah. She's just like, she seems really embarrassed and everything right now. She's like kind of like, yeah.
Can I roll insight again? Now that she explained what this is about.
Go on.
Oh no! Does she get like advantage because she kind of like?
I guess you could probably decide that because you know how much
you can decide how much you'll be able to glean with 11.
I think okay. So what I think is that what Diana could probably glean from this is that she's just really embarrassed, and like she could do this, but I think she's kind of more like embarrassed to confront him like herself. It's nothing like, and that's about it at the moment. It's more like I'm trying to think of the right proper way to describe this and everything. It's more like she's just really embarrassed to go herself. So she's
so Diana thinks she's just embarrassed because of what happened the other night?
Yeah, basically.
Diana just kind of laughs and she's like, yeah, sure.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. Well, I actually do need to get going. If you could, do that as soon as you can. Like, you don't have to do it right this second, but yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go.
Going to the bakery might not be a bad idea. I was gonna suggest we do something since, good news. We can't really take Era's drinking.
You can go and eat sweets.
Yeah. So I was probably gonna be doing that anyway.
Okay. Well, she she's just kind of like really flustered, and she's like, I actually do need to get going and do things. I'm just gonna go. And then she just kind of like scurries
She
off.
just leaves. Yeah,
Like,
I need to evacuate myself from this conversation immediately.
Like,
Good day.
nope.
Where's the eject button?
Like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually do need to run to the Arrow Rock Hunting Co. But we'll just,
Okay.
yeah. But go ahead, everyone can do what they want to do first. So
Okay. So you guys downstairs see Faye kind of walk by and leave the guild.
scurry away. Like it's like more
Diana's
like a
laughing to
hurry,
herself as this happens.
like just like a really like fast paced walk. It's not like a run or anything like that, but like when people like
power
walk
walk.
really, yeah, it's a power walk.
Oh my god.
So, what would the rest of you like to do?
Right. So as Faye leaves, I turn to everyone else and I said, I'm gonna drop by the bakery real quick and I'll be right back.
Have fun.
Okay.
Have a safe trip.
I wonder if like when Diana leaves, if she can see Faye like in the distance, like just fucking doing that still power walk still.
Fuck.
Red in the face.
Just sprinting. So, what would the rest of you like to do?
Gunther.
It's Diana.
Oh,
So,
Void.
after seeing them leave, Lazara just kind of looks around and sees Simone and Gunther and Timbertail, and she just kind of leans into Eris and says, "Can we have a chat?" And she kind of looks at the door to Eris's room and says, "In private."
Everyone has to talk in private.
Eris is like, certainly. And she follows you into that room.
So,
Boop.
So after they get in there, Lazara says, "So something weird happened after we killed that dragon, and I don't know if I'm overthinking it or if there's actually something to this."
Something weird.
Well, I suddenly had this really overwhelming feeling that overtook me, and I just kind of passed out in the middle of the square. And while I was knocked out, I had this.
I'm so sorry I had to.
Beautiful.
I had this really weird dream, and I don't know what the cause of it was, because it wasn't like a normal dream. It was a series of images that just quickly went by, like before I could even recognize any of them.
You don't remember what any of these images were?
I'm assuming.
You can roll a history check to see if you can recall anything.
All right. Oh, you've got to be kidding!
Absolutely not.
Oh no!
Oh.
You can't even go with advantage. Damn it!
Yeah,
Nope.
Jesus.
This is that bad.
that's
Yikes!
a little bit of rip.
Ooh.
She says, "I don't remember what any of the images actually were, but I've had this strange feeling ever since I woke up."
Eris kind of like rests the back of her hand on your forehead. She's kind of like, Have you slept with any men lately?
Are you pregnant too?
Lazara thinks about it for a moment, and she says, "Last time was in Vaskir," and then she just kind of stops herself and says, "I don't want to talk about that."
Oh, he wasn't much good.
We'll discuss that another time, but
Oh, I look forward to it.
Lazara just kind of she says, "No, it's more of a. I don't actually know how to describe it. It's just different."
She says like she knows what it feels like to be pregnant.
You don't know her life. But yeah, she says, "Well, do keep an eye on it, dear. You don't feel it's some kind of curse or anything like that?"
Lazara thinks about it for a moment, and she says, "No, it more reminds me of the feeling I get when I draw her next power."
She taps her bottom lip with her index finger and contemplates for a few minutes. And she says, "Let me try something." And then she puts her hands on your shoulders and closes her eyes. And you feel this vibration. It's almost like a hum that kind of reverberates between you and her. And a few moments later, she kind of opens her eyes and steps back a little bit, and she says, "Nope, can't see anything weird. I mean, you seem... like you have a bit more magical power, so maybe you did just draw from Taradax again." Is he handsome, by the way?
Oh my god.
Just
Eris, you're an
curious,
engaged woman.
You're not there.
Engaged pregnant woman.
No, I know.
Yeah.
We know he's
Full
just
of
fucking with
fucking
you.
Faye just like astral project, like Eris, you're a married woman.
Through the window. It's like, "Eris."
Eris, please.
Lazara just kind of rubs her chin for a moment and says, "Well, I do have plans to go out into the desert, into Oasis, because I'm pretty sure that's where Alula is from." And then she grins and says, "I could take you to see him."
She has a sort of cheeky, sly grin. She says, "I think that could make for a wonderful trip."
You know, well, she still can.
You always seem to take a vacation like after a really big boss fight is what I've noticed.
I think it's fair.
Seems fair to me.
She says, "Well, it looks like we've still got time before a trip to the desert would be difficult for you. So maybe we should look into that soon."
And she pats you on the shoulder and she says, "Oh, don't worry about that, dear. I'm a strong woman."
She says, "What?"
She says, "Don't worry about that, dear. I'm a strong woman. I can take the heat." And then she walks out of the room. As Eris and Lazara come walking out of the room, you guys see Tindertail walk over to Simon, and he goes, "Could I speak to you in private?" And Simon is just like, "No."
Oh my god.
I love him so
Simon's
much.
just like, "No." He's like, but everybody else was doing it. You see him kind of like walk away and have just sort of this puzzled look on his face, like he's trying to figure all this out.
Gunther would talk to you in private. He likes secret things.
I love that very clearly. Timbertail has taken a liking to Simone.
Yeah. Well, he helped it out with like the whole
It's true. Yeah.
deal.
I'm sure Gunther would love to show you his rope skills.
Oh God.
I have other
The
plans in
session where we
mind.
find out Gunther's a furry.
Oh,
Oh god.
please don't fuck Timbertail. He's
No.
too wholesome.
Yeah, please don't.
I will never do this. Trust me.
He's so offended.
I think we would be more I think that's something that like Lazira. We have to worry more with Lazira.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, Lazara would never fuck a cat.
No,
She's
she's
a
fucking
dragon.
fish though.
Yeah, she fucked a fish and a dragon.
She
No,
she
a
fucked
cat.
a fish, but she draws a line at cat.
I like how like fish is like above cat.
Yeah, it's
Like-
a weird upside down pyramid for her. It's fine. It's more of like a weird hourglass like design. It's too complex to explain.
Just let it be.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh God, no!
I just remembered it, so I had to bring it up.
I mean, she's already put fish and dragon above short people, so
Fucking hell.
True. Fuck.
So, yes. Diana and Faye. So, unless Gunther has anything he wanted to do?
There is one
I
thing.
like how we forget Gunther.
Okay. Sorry. What did you want to do?
Yeah, I was just gonna go to the library. I have a book to return. It's late.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Again.
Well,
Um,
we got a lot of money.
So, yeah. Gunther
The pro-
will...
just-
The problem is I have trouble keeping track of dates, so...
Yeah. Hopefully we can
I just
fix
realized that
later.
Faye probably forgot Mora at the guild. He's still there. She probably just like ran right past and forgot her dog.
He's probably fine.
Oh yeah.
He'll just hang out there with Timbertail.
Are they friends now? Because they were having like issues there for a bit.
They're okay now.
He worked through it.
Yeah.
The
They've
bro
had
team.
some time. So, Gunther, you head over to the library to return your book. And as you walk in, you're met with that same librarian woman. And she smiles and welcomes you in, and then she kind of gets a feel for who you are, and she's like, "Oh, you're late again."
Absolutely.
Is this just going to be a thing?
Can't guarantee it's not gonna happen again. I travel a lot. I do try to keep in mind to bring it on time.
Well, you are aware that there is a fee with being late.
Yeah, I'll pay it. No worries.
Okay. She marks down on her little her booklet there, and you can pay the late fee for the book of 2 gold.
Oh no, not
Bless
2
you.
gold.
2 gold. Oh no, what a nightmare! I'm gonna go
Well,
broke.
what do I do?
Well,
Oh my god, I'm
Gunther,
sorry.
Gunther hands over the 2 gold, and he says that he's going to try to be a little more careful about it.
She says, "I would appreciate that."
And then
You never know when other people may need to see these books, and I need to know where they are.
Yeah, that is true. If anything, I might try to do most of the studying in the library, so that way I don't actually forget.
That's always the way to go.
Well, thank you for your time. And Gunther goes into the library because he wants to look for a book there.
Okay. So you
He-
3
going
hours
to
around the library.
Yeah, he's gonna look for something about runes. It's still something he could learn from, like more from if he can.
I'm not sure there's much more you could learn. You can read up on some of the more old ancient runes if there's any logs on that, but
Yeah.
you've pretty much learned most of what you can from the books.
Yeah, I kind of figured at this point it's mostly like to put stuff in practice.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I'll come back to the library later and I'll probably just work on some stuff at the scabbard.
Okay. So while this is going on and Faye has been power walking for
Pay.
Pay.
That's my new name now, guys. That's her new name.
She pays her rent on time.
She likes to be called Pay now because she like demands compensation for all her hard work.
Pay is her elf name.
Sounds like Gunther rubbed off on her.
Funny enough, I know this is like off topic, but I actually did find like Faye's actual like translation, like her Elven name translation.
Hmm.
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
cool.
Yeah.
Faye,
Off
the
topic,
gay
but-
man's Faye.
Like, what is it? Just like Franklin.
Eugene.
Anyway, Eugene. So, Faye, you've been power walking for some time.
You gotta work
And
on
you
those.
eventually make it to the Arrow Rock Hunters Co. What would you like to do?
Like she just kind of like walks in the door. She's like kind of swish. She like puts her hand. She's just all like,
All right.
you know, first thing she does.
Go on.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so walking into the guild building, it's complete and it's working. There's people that are here, sort of running the place. You see about 5 different people wandering about. 2 of them are elves, and they're kind of having a conversation, it seems. And you can see that same guy who was your mentor. Yep.
Yeah, Faye's gonna approach Barhagen.
Okay.
Her face is like she's just like, so where's he at? Is he like
He's currently stringing a bow, actually. Like, he's got one end of it kind of between his feet, and he's got the bowstring coming up from the bottom up to the top, and he's just kind of like holding the bow down with one arm and trying to thread the end of the bowstring through the top of the hook. And it's he's struggling. He's kind of shaken, but he's got like a tongue out. There's sweat, and like he's really focusing on it.
Is he at his
You're like,
desk?
how you going? And
yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Is he at his desk? Because Faye was gonna slam her hands down, like, oh.
Yeah, he immediately releases it, and the string snaps down to his foot, and he lets go, and the bow, like the actual bow itself, springs up and wedges itself. The ceiling columns that are there kind of wedges itself into like the corner of one, just against the ceiling.
Faye looks up, she looks down, and then looks up again, and then she's like, I can fix that.
He's kind of looking up at it, and he says, "Oh, it's okay. I'll get one of the young initiates to get it down. So, how can I help you?"
So you said something about, but she's like, so you said that after a couple of weeks there'll be some actual work to do. Some contracts.
There's plenty of those. Some jobs to go about.
Well,
Uh,
do you-
well, there is a couple of them going. There's one for a bear in the woods to the north that has been given a couple of hunters a hard time.
one bear?
A very large bear.
Quick question, can I roll
apparently-
insight on that?
What are you trying to find out?
If it's like an actual bear or if it's something like if that sounds like it's something more. Like if that's just like
roll a
would it be-
nature check.
roll in nature? Okay. Because that sounds suspicious.
Okay. You are able to tell that if it is a bear, it would be something like a big brown bear or like a dire bear or something of that nature. Something
Okay.
really big, mean, nasty kind of bear.
Okay.
Um,
I just at first when he said like, oh, a bear, and like a bunch of people couldn't handle it, I was like,
yeah, it's like a couple of the younger hunters have gone out there and either not
Oh,
returned
okay.
or they've returned kind of shooketh. And there's also like merchants and the like that go through that path would be spooked by the bear, their carriages chased, that sort of thing. It
Okay,
kind of
so-
sounds to you like a mama bear protecting its little cave of young or its
Oh.
territory or something like that. But you can't really be sure.
Okay. And then there was another one. Sorry to interrupt. I just yeah.
Hmm. He says, well, there are rumors of a silver-colored buck that is gallivanting around in the same woods. And well, I think as a new guild, it might be nice to have a stuffed trophy of that silver buck up here in the guild. I think that might be nice.
Yeah, that one sounds nice. Are those the only two that are available, or is there any else? Or
Oh, a bunch of other things like someone needs pelts or someone needs meat, that kind of thing.
oh, just
One who
easy
needs a whole
stuff.
bunch of rabbit meat. Yeah, things that we typically give to some of the younger ones. Is like get rid of the foxes around this farmer's land, that kind of
Not
stuff.
someone who brings in fucking like Wolf's corpse and like
Yeah.
dumps it on the table.
Someone who would typically bring in parts of the spider goddess.
Her face is like, so we got these dragon cubs, yeah.
Actually, she was gonna mention that.
Oh, she's like, would you want like a black dragon cubs instead?
No, but she does have an important question to ask. So she's like, "Yeah, I'll definitely check those two out." Where were the two that he was talking about? The bear and the elk.
They would be just in the woods just northwest of Passage.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming I can only take one contract at a time, or
Yes, because otherwise everyone would just grab all of them. Like, I get all of the work.
yeah,
Like,
no, that's what I
it's-
figured.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll have Faye take the elk one.
Okay, so you go for the one for the silver elk.
Yep.
And
And
he says, "Well, you bring that back here, I'd be happy to pay you a nice reward, a couple hundred gold. So have it up there as a nice statement piece."
I can see what I can do. Oh, also, so you remember when like I asked you to make those bows, like those spider bows? First of all, did you get the rest of those ones finished that you asked for, or?
He says, "I remember vividly. I have them here," and he brings up this little wooden case that he has them in, like a quiver, and he
Mhm.
says, "I did have them wrapped in just a small piece of cloth, but one of the young initiates picked up the cloth when he was moving through inventory, and it jabbed him in the hand. And well,
Oh, no.
we've been consulting herbalists and healers since, but he's doing okay now. Anyway,
Oh god.
here are the rest of your
God.
arrows.
How many were there? Like, how many?
I believe I can't remember if it was another 5.
It was like, I remember it was between 3 and 5.
Yeah, I think it was another 5.
Okay, so
yeah.
okay. And then she says, okay, well, okay, I also have another, like, task for you, if you
good.
don't mind.
Sure. What is
What
this task?
what can you make with dragon bones?
One thing I actually really like is Faye giving tasks
Everyone
to her
turns around and looks
mentor.
at Faye like, what?
Yeah. I was just about to say the same thing. But he kind of looks at you.
He just astral projects out of his body.
slightly- Yeah, slightly like confused, but also just this look on his face of bewilderment. Like you can tell that it's look of like, where do you keep finding all this shit? Like
The corpses
I thought it
of
was
our
Rolf, and now it's
enemies.
a dragon. He says, well, dragon bones and that kind of hard material aren't typically something that I work with, but a blacksmith would probably know how to temper bones in such a way to be used as, I don't know, armor, weapons, that kind of thing.
We can probably visit Glenn after we go to the desert.
That's
I
true.
mean, we also have more dragon bones. She's like, okay, good, because I have like 2 sets of dragons that I have bones.
You have 2 sets of dragon bones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them is still like a full dragon.
Yeah, it's still somewhat fresh.
The other one we kind of butchered a while ago, way before
Yeah.
I met you.
Yeah, just like, oh yeah, no, we have one of them that is just bones, but the other one's bones are still inside of the dragon.
The dragon's still whole.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Well, mostly.
Well,
the dragon,
kinda. There's a big
the
hole
dragon
in
is
it,
dragon has a hole
Yeah.
to its chest, but it's still mostly whole. So,
Could say he's fractured but whole.
I actually was wondering. I was like, if I presented the dragon corpse, does that count as like me bringing in a trophy?
I suppose.
If you can save the head.
Do you only want the head, or do you want the whole dragon to see?
You see him kind of like looking up at like the space he has in the ceiling, like where there's also a bow, like kind of just wedged there now. Like he's looking around and he's like, I don't think we have room for an entire dragon in this building.
You know what we should do though?
What?
If
I only have to. Don't worry. I only have to present it. I don't have to actually give it to him. I don't think.
Oh, that's okay. I was just like, because you were talking about it, I was just like going over this in my head. I'm thinking if a scavenger guild does eventually open in Windmere, wouldn't it be cool to have like the head of the dragon?
Oh damn, it would be.
Yeah, that
in
would be
guild as a
really
trophy?
cool.
Yeah, just like
Like-
vengeance for fucking up our town. We
Like,
fucking wear you
bitches,
now.
we
He's-
saved your
he's-
asses.
He serves as an
Wouldn't that be
example.
We should
But
Yeah.
save
no,
it.
I think I only have to present the dragon to him, so don't worry about me actually like giving it to the.
I think it's funny
That's
because
okay.
you're gonna have to bring Gunther with you.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Actually, I should bring the whole party because I'm pretty sure at this point Barhagen is just all like, "Wow, this bitch crazy," and then he's gonna meet the rest of you like, "Oh, this bitch
Oh,
normal."
I see.
the
It's
rest
not
of
just
you."
her.
She's the mild one.
Holy
This bunch
shit!
of freaks.
They're all kind of crazy. Excellent.
Like, oh.
There's a lot of crazy.
But yeah, so Faye's like, well, I'll just probably stop by tomorrow or something so I can present you my trophy. Well, our trophy. We all kind of helped out, but
Okay.
he's like, "Oh my god, help!"
I will be here.
With the
But
doors
maybe
locked.
maybe we should do it outside.
Might be a good idea.
I mean, we just had the place built. I'm not sure how big this dragon is. I don't know if it's gonna blow out the walls and ceiling.
Don't worry
I don't
about
know
it. I
if
can
it'll
pay for
fit.
it.
Okay.
What?
That does
I
raise
get-
further questions, but they're not questions for today. I have enough to worry about.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go ahead and take my contract and I'll say, I'll tell him goodbye, and then I'll, just say, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, and
All right.
she leaves. She finger guns him on the way out.
Okay. He awkwardly finger guns you back. And you can write in your inventory that you have a quest for, a job for the silver elk.
Sure.
So as you're doing that, Diana,
Yay.
yay,
Head into the bakery.
the bakery.
Where goods are
Just to
baked.
confirm, this is like, because you actually cut out. I just assume it's a thing for Bo.
Yes. Well, she didn't specify, but I kind of assumed that she kind of
Diana
figured it was for
probably
both.
like,
You were probably able to figure it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I head to bakery.
Okay. So you head inside, and as you walk in, you see these two bearded men leave the place.
Oh.
They kind of have like a
Oh.
big grey bushy beard that comes down to like halfway down their chest. Two of them look identical.
They have
They
been
walk out
witnessed.
of the bakery. And you can
Diana's
just see
like,
Bo standing there
"Finally!"
behind the counter.
It's like finding a shiny Pokemon.
Diana just looks at them and she looks at him.
You look at Bo and he just kind of nods. As they go, they go walking out into the street. Each of them with like a bag with like their bread and stuff. Bless you.
Thank you.
Now, if I wasn't doing something, I'd follow him if she goes in.
Okay.
You're like, God damn it! The one time I run into them,
Yeah.
it's like, I had to go on this fucking fetch quest. God damn it!
Diana's like, holy shit, was that them?
He says that was them.
Kind of get it, was that?
They were old men this time, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, I had a thing I was doing.
Right, I had a thing.
They were just distracted by these weird two people.
Yeah.
Has he found out the secret meaning behind congratulations on your sale yet?
I didn't think so.
No.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diana just kind of like breaks away from that whole thing that just happened, just remembers everything that
Mhm.
just and like at the guild. And she just giving Bo this look that like she's gonna say something, and she looks really excited, just kind of looking at him.
It's like, do you want bread? Do you want bread rolls?
You're so boring sometimes.
What? Do you want croissants?
Look, I do want something, but like
He's very confused.
oh fuck. Yeah, no, like she's like, oh, you're so boring sometimes. I mean, I do want bread, but like we'll get to that in a second. She just smiles. She's like, is this pregnant?
And you see Bo kind of like lean off the counter and yell into like the doorway to the left that kind of like goes up the stairs. He goes, "Hey, Mom, you were right." And you just hear his mother like just cheer from upstairs, just this distant muffled like, "Ah, yes!"
They're just like, what? Since when does she know? How does she do that? It's not the first time.
He kind of shrugs and he goes, "She just she has this thing." So, you're back in town.
Yeah.
Oh, your friends are back as well?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes. Faye sent you this, and yeah.
He turns very red. He just takes this package. You can feel like some lumpy things in there, and like there's like a letter that goes with it, and he's like, "Do you know what is it?"
I have no idea.
Oh,
She just gave it to me, and she said to give it to you.
okay.
She seemed really weird about it. She seemed embarrassed. I
Right.
don't know.
He opens up the packaging, and there's two little wooden idols in there that are kind of little ones of bow and of bee.
Aw, that's
They-
adorable.
They are very adorable.
I sent them to Nick. He could probably show
We did the thing real quick.
you. Are you guys there?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he was just,
I
like,
had to
doing-
fiddle
Oh,
around with
okay.
all my shit.
Oh,
first.
I kind of wanted you just to show her because it's
Alright.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just waiting for Nick to do the thing.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm gonna roll insight on Bo's reaction to this.
Okay. Oh, he's got the blushies. Ooh, he's got the blushies real good.
Dana leans over the counter and she says, "Are you blushing?"
He just kind of goes, no, I'm not. It's just they're cute little knickknacks, and I'm sure that my parents will be happy to have them around the house.
I'm pretty sure you're usually green.
He puts them in his pocket. He's like, he says, "I'm just sunburned. I've been going out jogging lately."
It's fall.
Shut up. And he opens up the letter and has a quick peruse of it.
I tried to peek.
You try to peek.
Yeah.
As you kind of like
Is she-
lean over to look, he kind of like turns it away from you.
Dick.
Was she able to see or no?
No.
Okay. I was just gonna say because I could send it to her. But it's okay.
Okay. So he's still very red. And after reading the letter, he's just as red, if not more red. He kind of folds it up and tucks it away into that same pocket. He goes, "So you want a bread? Bread?
Do you sell anything else?
We sell all kinds of other things. What do you want? Cake, cupcakes, muffins, bread rolls. There's it's like these savory things. They're pretty good. Pizza.
We have pizza.
What do you want?
Holy shit, pizza sounds like amazing.
Oh my god, we got pizza. D&D
She's
pizza.
really
night.
completely
Yo!
distracted.
D and pizza.
D&D pizza. That za.
That's dude.
No, it's I just like she's just giving him a look.
Mm-hmm. Roll insight. You have a suspicion that he might be crushing on Faye. You have a bit of a sneaking suspicion.
I didn't know you liked elven girls.
He's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you want bread or not? And then you hear a voice from upstairs call out like, "Oh, don't be rude to the customers."
It's just Diana, it's fine.
Yeah, he just goes, "Mom, it's just Diana." And then you hear like the little bee coming rushing downstairs, and she runs over and gives you a big old hug.
Oh, I pick her up and give her.
And she's like, "Yay!" And she looks over at Burrow, and you can see like the little wood things sort of peeking out of the pocket. She points at one. She goes, "That's me!"
Oh God,
And
she's
then
so
she snatches it. She snatches it out of his pocket.
Yeah, no, Diana's having a good time, right? Being an asshole about this.
Bo sees B and he just says, "Oh, by the way, hi." And she just kind of looks at him and goes, "Hello," and then just kind of like jumps out of your arms and runs upstairs with like the.
I know why. I can't tell you why I know why, but I know why.
Diana's kind of like, Faye's a nice girl.
He's like, "Yeah, I guess she is." He's just kind of looking at you with this suspicious look as you're looking at him with this suspicious look. And he's just like, "Can I interest you in bread
Oh my god.
and a sale and then leaving?"
You're worse than me, honestly.
No.
Like, actually.
Hey?
Like, actually.
He'll never admit that though. So, what else would you like to do? Just torment him for a while? Okay. So Diana's just gonna torment Bo for a while.
Make her be shit about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's not being smart enough. He could do the same thing, but here we are.
Yeah. What is Lazara doing again?
Let me. If Gunther knows what he wants, let him go ahead. I'm thinking about it.
Okay, Gunther, what would you like to do?
Hi, that's me. Yeah. So, I said I was going to return to the scabbard, and
Is he there? Kay, are you there?
Babe?
Oh,
Mike's muted. Yay!
Oh,
no!
How long has it been muted? Oh no!
Oh no, I mean I didn't miss anything for what I wanted to say. I was quiet the whole time anyway.
Okay, good.
I was
So-
gonna say, I was like, he could have fallen asleep. I just messaged him like literally a minute ago.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if like you were making like jokes this whole time and you've been muted, and that would suck.
I might have,
But anyway.
but if I did,
Oh,
my
no.
microphone my other microphone will have caught it
Oh, good.
because I have two
So at least,
microphones.
The recording will still know, so we can watch it back later when this comes out. In
Yep,
like,
I
6
just
months.
don't. I just don't get reactions or replies to it, so it's gonna be
Next
weird and
year.
awkward. But
When it comes
yeah,
out after Christmas.
so I was pretty much saying that earlier. I said that Gunther is going back to the scabbard and he's gonna do some experiments.
Yes, to the
I
secret
don't like
lab.
how he said the word experiment.
Experiments.
Oh
Don't
my
like how you
God.
say black. So you head back to Scabbard, and head up to your room,
Yeah.
wherein you proceed to do experiments on
I
the stuff.
wanna do something with that spellfire dagger I made last time that Lissari just gave me back.
Yep.
I just want to know if like I can work on it to see if I can improve it somehow.
Okay. When you retrieve it back, it is just a normal dagger.
Yeah, the enchantment was over.
Yep.
Like a
Lasted
long time ago.
3 days.
Like a long time ago.
Yeah, it's
was
been a
3
normal
days.
dagger for a while.
It was 3 days before going into the Underdark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
long time
while.
ago. So you,
basically, like the rune
what would
just
you like to
faded
do?
or something, right?
Yes.
What if I tried to engrave it in the dagger?
Okay, you can try that.
Where is my sheet? There it is. Where's the thing? Yeah, it's the knowledge runes, right?
Yep.
Just making sure.
Okay, yeah. You're able to engrave this rune in the dagger and apply the enchantment to it in such a way that it is more permanent. So it still has the effects of the full effects of Spellfire,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a thing.
Hooray! So
Hooray.
so basically now it's permanent spellfire on it.
Yes.
Neat.
Yeah. You note that the engraving may have helped to make it easier to make it permanent, but that wasn't the only thing that made it permanent. It was also the way that you applied the rune, like with your magic, that made it more permanent. So, may not work every time, but hey, it did work this time.
Yeah. Also, last time was another thing of like when practicing and stuff, and it was before I learned more.
Yep.
Cool. So that worked. And I didn't think of any other things I wanted to do for now, so if you want to move to Lissar, you can.
Okay, Lazara.
Right. So. Okay. Was as Lazara's putting it back in her pouch, she just kind of eyes him and says, "You didn't do anything weird to it, did you?"
Wait, what?
She says, "You didn't do anything weird to it, did you?"
Oh, you're. Oh, I wasn't giving it back.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
No.
I could have sworn. I could have.
Let's
could've
just
sworn-
talking to a wall.
Oh no, I said.
sworn.
What I said is, since I don't know what to do next, you can go back to Lissara.
I could have sworn I heard you say. I could have heard you say, "I give it back to Lazara."
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Okay,
sorry.
Okay. All good. So, what would Lazara like to do?
Okay, so first, Lazara is going to ask Simone if any packages came in for her.
Any packages?
Sir.
Yes. Yes, you did. You did get one. And he sort of rummages through the stuff. He picks up a box, shakes it. He says, "No, that's not it." Takes out another box and he says, "Oh, here you go." And you can see plastered all over just every face of this box is Rashik Razzlevine and work of Rashik Razzlevine and Razzlevine's works and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you open it up and inside is your speedy boots.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
All
She was
right.
hiding that.
I honestly thought she had them already, and I was actually gonna say something during the dragon fight about like her
That would
speed.
probably be useful.
I completely
Yeah, that would
forgot
have been
about
fucking
those.
useful. Just Sonic speeds like away, like, "Hey, fuck face," and then she just fucking like,
Bolts.
just like literally lures the dragon out of town, like a crisis avoided.
That is
That's
exactly
good.
what I would have done if I had.
Oh
And then, hey, bitch boy, and then me, and then vroom.
Rope runner.
Yep. Thank you for getting my reference.
I got
Okay,
it
so
too.
what
I grew
exactly
up
are
with
the
that.
effects of these?
go hella
So it will
fast.
give you plus 10 to your speed
Okay.
just while you wear them.
And was it disadvantage on stealth?
No, because they are worked into the leather of the shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beneath your feet.
You're not
into
gonna
the
get the
sole of the
clippity
shoe.
cloppity anymore.
Yeah,
Can
clickety
you
clang.
imagine if you just like
Yeah,
Well, I say clippity cloppity because it's a horseshoe, but okay.
yeah, absolutely. You're correct.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
Mm.
Okay, so after doing that, Lysira is going to go see if Pip is in town.
Okay. So you head over towards Pip's place. Have a knock on the door. And the door is answered by Croc wearing his reading spectacles. He seems to be reading over a manuscript for a play, like a stage performance. And he says, "Oh, it's you. How can I help you?"
Lysira just kind of eyes the manuscript and says, "Huh. So this something you participating in?"
He just like flings it behind him onto the couch. He's like, "What? No. What are you talking about?"
She just kind of passes him on. It's okay. It's okay. I'm actually here to see your roommate.
He kind of grins. He goes, "Oh, you picked the perfect time to see him." And he calls for Pip and returns to reading his pages, but kind of like faced slightly away from you, so that he's kind of hiding the fact that he's reading them. You can still very easily tell. Pip comes walking out. He comes walking out, and his face is all beat up. Like he has a nasty bruise. His nose looks kind of busted, and he has a black eye.
You this time.
And he goes, "Oh, hi, Lysira." Lysira's grin slowly drops, and she says, "What happened to you?"
He goes, Henry.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. What?
Henry he's a horse.
Oh
I don't
my
want to talk about
God.
it.
Oh my god. Buddy.
Oh my god.
Lyra's trying to work all of what she's hearing and seeing right now in her head, and she says, "Are you gonna be all right?"
He says, "Oh yeah, I'll be fine. It's just I'm just a bit sore. Probably for a couple of days, and it'll go away. I've had Eris make me some remedies that'll make it better."
um, Lazara just kind of awkwardly chuckles and said, "Well, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to like go out to the bar and catch up, but if you're not feeling all right, we can push that to
He
another day."
says, "Oh, I'd love to, but maybe next time." Yeah.
She says, "Yeah, don't worry about it. You get some rest." And then she says, I'll be back in a few days."
He sheepishly gives you a thumbs up. And he says, "Have fun." And then he carefully closes the
God.
door. And I'll get a perception check from you real quick.
All right.
You can see behind him in the house, you can see Croc just kind of like he's holding down like the uproarious laughter. And you can see him just like
Oh my god.
like he's just shaking, like laughing quietly to himself on the inside.
Fuck.
Yeah, as he closes the door.
He enjoys his suffering.
Mm.
Fuck.
So Diana is tormenting Bo at the bakery. What would you like to do now? Once you've tormented him enough to the point where he's looking like actually mad.
His face is like went from green, like a green tomato, to just a bright red tomato, like an heirloom tomato.
I was trying to see if he'd buy it back, but he didn't, so I'm just gonna buy some stuff.
Okay. All right. Out of the cakes that are on display, they have a couple of them just to sort of show off, like, hey, look at the baking we do. Oh, we're so amazing.
Oh my god.
They have like a couple of them, like some are blue, some are birthday themed, and there's one that's like a 2-tiered cake that's like a bright pink with like sparkly like food glitter and all that kind of stuff. And you think
Bet
that's
B's the one who like asked for. She's like,
Yeah,
probably was.
Yeah, she's like, yep, that one. That'll do.
All right. So you purchase the cake and some baked goods.
Yeah, he's like pizza and like stuff. We'll just
Yeah.
bring stuff.
You had some pizzas and stuff like that.
Jerk food.
And you bring it all back to the scabbard. As everybody one by one kind of gets back home. And Diana as well arrives with lots of yummy food and a cake in tow.
some za. And I don't know what else you could abbreviate with cake. Za, and Ka.
Ooh. Um,
Damn.
but yes, so she brings back food for everybody. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It's
You
like a
guys get to have
buffet.
a nice big pizza and cake night at the guild for dinner. Timbertail's enthralled in
Oh my
pizza.
god.
Oh, he had never considered the fact that you could put so many different things on top of one big bread and eat them all at once. He's astounded. So he eats so much pizza.
Dilated pupil the whole time.
Oh, you guys eat a good bit of pizza. Simon puts a good bit down. He's a big boy. He needs to eat a lot.
God.
But Timbertail
Serving-
easily eats the most pizza.
Holy shit.
Wow.
It's a new experience for
And-
him.
At the end of it, he has just this big round belly of pizza. And you see him just kind of like sheepishly stumbling out of the room at the end of the evening.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah. But you guys have a lovely evening consuming delicious foods. And there's also a large celebratory cake.
Baby.
Yeah. Eris with the BB.
Mhm.
And yeah, she's very happy, and Timbertail comes stumbling back into the room for the cake. Um
Oh god.
Is that a good oh god?
I'm
Um,
concerned.
you see Timbertail he takes a slice of the cake as well as everyone else, enjoying their
Oh, it's
cake,
gonna burst.
and starts walking away, and he kind of stops, and you see him kind of like hold onto the wall with his other hand. You see kind of
Can't
like a
actually
look in his
eat that
eyes.
much.
You see kind of like a
wasn't he?
you see a look in his eyes of like something bad's about to happen. And then it just turns out he lets out this massive burp, and then he continues walking along happily with his cake.
I thought it was gonna be much worse.
I thought
Well,
like
yeah,
he was
so
just,
did
like,
he.
This is how
Yeah, it was like, oh, something's coming up, something's, and then he just burps, and he's like, okay, we're good, and then
This
he off
isn't
he goes
like-
with his cake.
This is actually an accurate representation of me at a buffet.
Fuck. I imagine everyone was
really
probably
is.
watching, like, waiting for it to happen.
Oh god.
Like, oh no.
I've
Yeah.
totally seen Kay at that like moment too, where he eats like 3 servings of food and then he'll just get like really quiet and it's just he burps. He's like, okay, I'm good. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
There's more
That's it.
space.
There's one of those where you're just like, you never know if it's just going to be a burp or if it's going to be a little more extreme, you know?
And then
Yeah,
just
I've been there as
happens
well.
that there's just more space.
Yep. Well, I mean, we had a place here called Sizzler. I don't know if that's a place that's anywhere else, but
I
Oh yeah,
Sizzler's
we
like
like
a-
there in the,
oh, it's,
I
yeah,
know
it's like
because
a
of South Park.
yeah, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet place, but like we treated it like a Roman vomitorium growing up. Like we go in there and we pay for the all-you-can-eat buffet, and we just eat and eat and eat. And then we go to the bathroom and probably just be sick, and we come back and eat and eat and eat. We were horrible children. We were goblins. Anyway, moving on. Everyone has a lovely evening at the guild with a nice, delicious meal, followed by a celebratory cake, and everyone just kind of in good spirits. A nice uplift after the horrible day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to turn things around.
Everyone's happy except for the man in the basement.
It's okay, it doesn't
Oh yeah, I
deserve
forgot about
to
him.
Oh shit.
be. It's okay, it
I
doesn't
feel like-
deserve to
you
be
know what?
happy.
I feel like Varian's only gonna die because we forget about him in the basement. Like, oh shit, he's in the basement. Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks. He's dead.
It's okay,
He's
Simon
dead.
knows. Someone's very aware that there's a man in the basement of his house.
He's a responsible. He's
As
responsible.
most people would.
Daughter go home. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
The good thing about Simon is that he's responsible.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's responsible, and yet he doesn't question.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So in the middle of like the dinner and everything, Diana kind of approaches Faye and she says she gave the thing to Bo and that he seemed pretty happy about it. Emphasis happy.
Hold on.
That's an evil genius laugh. So
she has the best laugh.
My husband's like, what's my wife's best qualities? Her evil laugh.
I mean, I do the same
Ah.
thing sometimes.
It was
It's
almost
like that
a double
seagull.
nat 20.
So yeah, you're very aware of what she means. He was very happy. He was blushing real hard, and he was feeling ways about things.
Faye just kind of like, I don't think she's gonna like, to be honest, it's probably gonna be kind of oblivious. She's gonna be a little more oblivious to the fact that like, oh, he has like a crush on her. Like that's what she's trying to hint at.
Okay.
So so she's just gonna be like, she's just like, oh, he liked it, and she gets kind of like quiet. She's like, it was like, I'm glad it was like the first time I actually made like that, and I'm glad he liked it.
Beat it as well. You should go see them next time.
I the fact that I actually don't know what to say actually works very well in this situation. But she's like, yeah. She's like, and then she's just like changed the subject. So, by any chance, are those like has Bo talked about like moving on? Like, has Bo been talking about like those weird people that have been coming into the bakery?
And like slams like her fist on her palm, and she's like, "I saw them today."
Really? Like she kind of like gets a little serious. She's like, really? What do they look like this time?
She just explains that whole thing. And she's like, "I honestly would have followed them, but I had a thing to do, and
Oops,
Next
my
time.
bad.
next time."
There's always a next time. There'll be plenty more congratulations on your sales.
She does get a little serious. She's like, they didn't seem dangerous, did they?
No.
They did not really,
Bug
right?
red.
They're just weird.
Just okay. I guess that's something that we should, look into, huh?
I'm sure we can find the time at some point.
When we're not obviously, having to take care of other things. But yeah, like how is, Bo and me doing?
He seems alright, same old.
Same old, besides the whole like blushing like a fucking tomato kind of
I
deal.
think he was having a good day.
It is now.
Not thanks to Diana, but she actually wanted just to be a dick, but that's what friends do.
Well, that's good to hear. He's not still sore about that whole thing than the other night, is he?
What thing?
You know, the thing.
The thing.
Yes, the thing.
Oh, the
Her
drunk
face is
thing.
like, yes. Oh my god. Like Faye just like buries her hand and she's like, oh.
I don't think he minded too much.
Okay.
I'm sure he was fine with it.
That's good. I was a little worried that he didn't want to talk to me after that, and
No, in fact, you should see him soon.
Diana's all like, I ship it like FedEx.
Look, it's her buddy, and she looks out for him. Doesn't seem like it, but she does.
Yeah.
Doesn't
She
seem
torments
like
him
it.
like no tomorrow, but still.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I mean, I kind of have to go into town tomorrow anyways, so guess I can stop by. Kind of scratches the back of her head. What did you say?
That just gives you like a little smile.
A little smile indeed.
Not a cheeky smile, but it's a genuine smile.
You feel like you should go and see Bo at some point.
You just have a sinking feeling that you should. But after just real quick after Diana and Faye have that talk, Faye is gonna turn to Gunther and be like, "Hey, can you come with me into town tomorrow? I need to drop something off at the
You need to drop something off at the what?
at the hunting guild."
Sure, but if there's something you need to drop off, can't you do it yourself?
Oh shit!
Faye just like
The
sweats
sass.
nervously.
I wasn't expecting a follow-up question, goddammit.
God damn! Holy shit!
What is it exactly you want to drop off there?
Something.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is it, you can just answer with yes or no. Is it something I have in my bag?
Maybe.
Oh.
Is
But
it-
you notice that is neither yes nor no.
I'll just... Do I have an idea of what she's talking about?
Oh yeah. You know
Gunther
exactly what
just
she's
goes,
talking about.
oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I'll come.
Faye's just like, good. Matter of fact, she kind of looks at the rest of the party. She's like, maybe you all should, come and see the new guild and everything. It's really cool, and it's a brand new guild, and be able, since we're thinking about, opening up a guild over in Windmere, maybe we could ask, Barhagen some questions about like trying to start up a new guild business.
Simon kind of like leans over the table. He's like, "There's a new guild.
Yeah.
Full business,
Do
okay.
they what do they? So what do they do?
It's the Arrowrock Rock Hunting Code.
Oh, it's
Surge
those
is
guys.
hunters.
No worries. Not a
Yeah.
problem. Okay.
Simone's all like, do I have competition? What the fuck?
Exactly. That's what he was thinking. He's like, what kind of shit does this new guild do? Adventurers Guild? We'll see about that.
Sets the building on fire.
We just like open up the newspaper and just all like, new Adventurers Guild set on fire. Suspect unknown.
Let's see them adventure this.
But
But
yeah,
are they real adventurers?
but she does ask you guys if you guys all want to come.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Anything else
better
to do tomorrow?
Just like really quickly in the morning. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Trust me. I think you guys will like my mentor.
I can go for a walk.
Well, I already agreed, so...
Gunther's already being dragged along.
He's like, she already kind of forced me to, but okay.
I mean, it's not like he has a choice. He's not about to lend his bag.
So You guys decide to make plans for the morrow. And you're all nice and full of food. Your heads are kind of dipping a bit, so you decide to get some
Oh.
sleep.
Um,
Was there more that you wanted to do?
No,
I think there's something Chris wanted to do.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. What would you like
Just
to do?
really quick. So Diana's gonna lean over to where
Oh,
the
I see.
siren
Sorry, I didn't see that.
and going to ask. So, what exactly is a bachelorette party thing? What?
I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
Oh, Diana asks you what a bachelorette party is. She seems confused.
One moment.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh my
So-
god.
after Diana says that, Lazara just kind of looks over and eyes Simone and says, "No, I don't know if now's and she thinks about it for a minute and says, maybe not while everyone is here."
Diana just squints at you.
The shade.
Diana, you get the idea to speak to her later privately about it. Maybe it's like a secret. Maybe it's a surprise party.
She
You just
would,
gotta be real secretive about
she
it.
would believe that too.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, surprise party where we all jump out and say surprise. And Lazara's all like,
Bachelorette.
Naked men.
Yeah. Surprise! Here's a penis.
No, seriously, I just had a bachelorette party and it is. It's like literally just penises everywhere.
Excellent. So,
Like,
you guys, was there anything else anyone else wanted to do?
I'll probably do a thing, but I'll do it like outside of the game. That's fine.
Okay.
I
What
don't
was that?
think there was for
Oh,
me.
don't. Never mind. No, that's okay.
okay. Go ahead, honey.
Oh, I just said I don't think there is anything I actually want to do at this point in time.
Oh, okay.
That I can think about at least.
Everyone just goes to bed and they pass out from a massive coma.
Fukuma.
That's pretty much what happens. Yeah, you stumble upstairs. By the time you get up there, you're all just droopy-eyed and just exhausted, and then you get to your beds and you're finished. That's it.
It
You
was a
can't do
long
anymore.
day.
It was a
It
big
was.
fucking day. Anyway, you guys get your rest, and that might be where we leave it for today.
Sounds good. I mean, it's 6 a.m. my time. I should probably get some sleep.
Yeah, it's 6 a.m.
Alright, I'll stop recording.